The one and only Wildcats, spelled with unnecessary punctuation because in the 90s, coolness was measured by how many periods you could cram into a title. This was a cartoon adaptation of Jim Lee's Wildcats, as in Covert Action Teams, a comic that was basically what if X-Men had more guns, bigger shoulder pads, and a less coherent storyline? The year was 1994, where every kid had an overstuffed toy chest, a sugar high from Ecto Cooler, and an unhealthy obsession with anything that looked like X-Men. But beneath all that noise and neon lasers, Wildcats became a perfect case study of what happens when a comic book empire tries to conquer Saturday morning TV and forgets to bring a coherent story. To understand Wildcats, you have to understand Image Comics. In 1992, a group of superstar artists, including Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, and Rob Liefeld, left Marvel in a glorious exodus fueled by artistic freedom, creative ownership, and really big shoulder pads and pouches. Jim Lee's Wildcats, as in Covert Action Teams, was Image's flagship, a mix of alien war epic and superhero team soap opera. The comic's debut issue sold over 1 million copies, so naturally network execs saw dollar signs. So when X-Men the Animated Series hit it big, every network suddenly wanted a slice of that superhero pie. Enter Jim Lee, whose talent agency, Creative Artists Agency, CAA for short, saw an opening. They nudged Lee to bring some of his Wildstorm creations to TV, hoping lightning might strike twice. CAA arranged a meeting between Lee and the Canadian animation studio Nelvana, the folks behind Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. After seeing their slick animation work, Lee was sold. The two teamed up and pitched Wildcats to CBS, which, desperate to rival Fox Kids' mutant monopoly, jumped at the chance and greenlit the project. At the time, CBS was going all in on Image Comics properties, picking up options on Savage Dragon, Freak Force, and Youngblood in hopes of building a 90-minute block of gritty superhero cartoons. But reality hit harder than a day-or-night brawl. Freak Force was dropped, Savage Dragon never made the cut, and Youngblood imploded in a creative tug-of-war with Rob Liefeld, who wasn't exactly known for compromising. When the smoke cleared, Wildcats was the last one standing, the lone survivor of CBS' big Image Comics experiment. Actor who looks like a Temu version of Deadpool, but with a trench coat that screamed action figure, who got dumber the bigger he grew. What? And Zealot, the obligatory warrior woman with an attitude and zero patience for exposition. The animation, it was slick for 1994, but also watered down. The soundtrack shredded harder than a Power Rangers guitar solo. As for the dialogue, let's just say it aged as gracefully as a Tomatar. The show featured real punches, hard hits, and the occasional oops, they're dead off-screen moment that somehow got past CBS standards and practices. It's amazing what you can get away when your violence happens one frame to the left of the camera. But here's the thing, Wildcats needed that edge. It came from a comic line born in the shadow of Spawn and the Punisher. Sanitizing it for kids' television was like trying to adapt Mad Max for Sesame Street. CBS wanted a clean, sellable action show. Wildstorm gave them a blood feud wrapped in alien politics and PTSD. What we got was a compromise. Enough intensity to thrill kids, not enough to trigger parent letters. And that constant tug-of-war gave the show its strange charm, a cartoon pretending it wasn't too violent, while its audience pretended not to notice. And for a show that aired Saturday morning, Wildcats had a suspicious number of funeral scenes. When Wildcats premiered, critics didn't exactly pounce, Kid Room TV back, while fans online, yes, the few that had dial-up, defended it as an underrated and mature series. So no, Wildcats didn't change animation forever, but CBS wasn't exactly the network for dark sci-fi comic lore. Kids just wanted bright costumes, not alien civil wars explained by corporate aliens with cheekbones sharper than their weapons. By 1995, CBS quietly pulled the plug after 13 episodes. Sounds familiar? So after one season, Wildcats vanished, poof, leaving behind a handful of VHS tapes and an action figure line that looked like rejected prototypes from Todd McFarlane's fever dream. So no, Wildcats wasn't great, but it was gloriously, unapologetically 90s, and maybe that's enough. After all, not every team has to save the world. Some just need to save your Saturday morning. For those who have a morbid curiosity, or for those who want to relive their nostalgic moments from the glorious 90s, you can find Wildcat series available on Prime Video, or just look it up on YouTube. And if you enjoyed this video, please give a like, hype, and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.